Hey people, it's Nias talking. Now, this is a story mostly for my South African subscribers. So, this is from allafrica.com. A new study has established that sharp toothed catfish found in the Klip River feeds into the Vaal River, South Africa's second largest river, contains banned pesticides, which can cause cancer when consumed by humans. The river runs through high-density residential areas, including Soweto, Lenasia, and Vloerhof in the south of Johannesburg. Some residents supplement their diet by fishing the popular catfish in the river, as well as dams fed by them. The Conversations Africa Nontobeko Mashali asked Rielet Peters to explain the implication of these findings. What are these banned pesticides? The pesticides we looked at are collectively known as organochlorine pesticides. They're used in agriculture to control insects that eat crops. We did a human health risk assessment on the sharp-toothed catfish found in the Orlando Dam and the Vloerhof and Lenasia areas in the south of Johannesburg. We chose this fish because it's popular and widely consumed. The pesticides we targeted in the sharp-toothed catfish were lindane, heptachloraldrin, dieldrin, endrin, and dichlorodiphenyl trichloroFAL-DDT. Oh my god, that's dangerous. We found levels of heptachlor-DDT and lindane in the fish. All the pesticides except for one, DDT, which is used against malaria-carrying mosquitoes, are banned in South Africa, so they should not be in the river. It's not clear how they ended up in the Soweto, Vloerhof, and Lenasia areas, although they could have made their way down the river from malaria-prone rural areas of the country. The pesticides, with the exception of the DDT, were banned by the international community under the Stockholm Convention on Persistent Organic Pollutants because of their harmful impact in the health of humans and wildlife. South Africa is a signatory to the convention and is obligated to reduce and eliminate the use of all compounds listed in the convention. The DDT presence is unusual in an urban area because it's mostly used in more rural settings to control mosquitoes and the spread of malaria. How bad are the pollution levels in the river that runs through Soweto, Vloerhof, and Lenasia? We found the pesticides were present in fish tissue that we tested. DDT was the most prevalent of all the sites. The concentration of the pesticides were at levels much higher than internationally accepted parameters. This suggests the fish pose a risk to human health because the compounds bioaccumulate in the fish, and when people eat them, they can potentially cause cancer. There is evidence that the banned pesticides, as well as DDT, can host a host of cancers such as lung, skin, bladder, and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, to name but a few. We did a human health risk assessment using the concentration of the pollutants in the fish to predict their effects in humans when consumed regularly. We collected 30 sharp-toothed catfish, one of several species of fish in the river, and determined the concentrations of DDT in the fillet. We then calculated the chances of developing cancer for a human weighing 60 kilograms and eating 30 grams of the contaminated fish every day. We followed the internationally standardized calculations and values for predicting human cancer risk. To take account for the varying levels of pesticides in fish, cancer risk was calculated for the mid-range and high-range pollutant level. The probable cancer risk due to DDT exposure varied between the three sites. The probability of developing cancer from eating the fish contaminated by DDT from Lenasia was the highest. We found that 251 out of 10,000 people may develop cancer if exposed to the mid-range level of the pesticide, and 1,105 out of 10,000 people may develop cancer from the high range. At Vloerhof, the risk ranged from 172 to 359. Sorry, I'm tired. And at Orlando Dam from 191 to 624 in 10,000 people. According to the US EPA, any risk greater than 1 in 10,000 is deemed an unacceptable risk, so 359 and 624 in 10,000 is way beyond unacceptable. We did not calculate the total cancer risk potentially posed by the compounds together. Our focus was on DDT because of the high concentrations we found. What should be done to fix the problem? People who regularly eat or buy fish from the contaminated water need to be made aware of the risk to their health. One way of doing so is to have notice boards that advise on safe consumption level of different species. Fish from these areas need to be monitored regularly, and the sale of pesticides need to be regulated better to ensure that the banned ones aren't being traded. Okay. Well, I want to comment I want to comment that this actually fits a pattern of finding polluted water in major black cities around, not just in Africa, but around the world. If we look at Flint, Michigan, and as I talked about the story of Veolia being given the ownership of, the control of Lagos's water supplies, and the potential for mismanagement there. Now we're seeing all these pollutants in the water that is being supplied to these major suburbs of Johannesburg. And I don't know if there is any link or if this was done on purpose or just negligence, but it's an unnerving pattern that we're seeing worldwide. So anyway, if you are in South Africa, do not eat any of the fish from the Klip or the Vaal River. And try to have a water filtration system installed in your house if possible, and buy bottled water maybe. I don't know what else to do, but definitely do not eat the fish from the Vaal and the Klip rivers. Anyway, thank you for listening. Please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. If you want to support this channel, leave the PayPal in the description. Peace, family.